Those with a weak heart should stay away from this video and close their eyes. There's no need to watch it. The way the story is told is unique and captivating on its own. On a stormy night, 19-year-old Daniel found himself stranded at a forgotten train station deep in the countryside. The rain poured relentlessly as he waited under a flickering light, checking his phone only to discover there was no signal. An old man sitting nearby suddenly warned him, "If the black train comes, don't get on." Before Daniel could ask what he meant, the stranger vanished into the darkness. Minutes later, a strange black train emerged from the thick fog. Its windows were dark, its metal body looked ancient, and no destination was displayed. With no other way home, Daniel boarded. The moment he stepped inside, the doors slammed shut. The passengers sat silently, dressed in clothing from different eras, staring blankly ahead. As the train moved through endless darkness, Daniel noticed something terrifying. His phone clock was frozen at midnight, and the passengers had begun staring directly at him. A chilling announcement echoed through the speakers. Next stop, Hollow Creek. When the lights suddenly went out and returned moments later, half the passengers had disappeared without a trace. Desperate for answers, Daniel explored the train and discovered old newspapers reporting mysterious train disappearances, stretching back over 100 years. Then he encountered the conductor, a tall figure with completely black eyes. When Daniel admitted he had no ticket, the conductor smiled and whispered, "Then you shouldn't be here." Panic consumed him as he ran through the carriages. At the rear of the train, he found a locked door with a small window. Beyond it stood hundreds of pale figures pressing their hands against the glass. The door shook violently as if something wanted to break through. Suddenly, the train began slowing down. The speakers crackled once more. Final stop, Hollow Creek. Daniel leapt onto the platform and watched the train disappear into the fog. The town before him looked abandoned, frozen in time. Rusted cars lined empty streets, and a sign read, "Population 0. As he wandered through the eerie silence, he discovered hundreds of motionless townspeople standing in the square. Their pale faces slowly turned toward him. A woman stepped forward and calmly said, "The train brought another one." Terrified, Daniel fled to an old church at the center of town. Inside, thousands of photographs covered the walls, missing people from every decade. Then he saw something impossible. One photograph showed him standing at the station earlier that night. Beneath it was tomorrow's date. Before he could comprehend what he was seeing, the church doors slammed shut, the candles extinguished one by one, and darkness filled the room. From somewhere above came the conductor's voice. "Every passenger reaches their destination." Shadowy figures emerged from the darkness, surrounding him from every direction. Daniel escaped through a staircase beneath the church and descended into a vast underground chamber. Endless railway tracks stretched into the darkness, lined with dozens of identical black trains. Thousands of whispers echoed around him. "Stay with us. You belong here now." He ran toward a distant light at the end of the tunnel, believing it was his way out. But when he reached it, he found himself back at the same station where his nightmare had begun. The clock still showed 11:47 p.m. The rain still fell. The old man still sat on the bench. Realizing he was trapped in a loop, Daniel begged for help. The old man looked at him suddenly and said, "You got on the train. Now it knows you." Suddenly, a whistle pierced the night as the black train emerged from the fog once again. Daniel turned to run, but dozens of pale hands reached from the darkness and grabbed him. The conductor stood waiting in the doorway, his black eyes fixed upon him. "Welcome back," he whispered. The doors closed, and the train vanished into the storm forever. The next morning, no trace of Daniel remained. Yet locals still warned travelers about the mysterious black train that appears during violent storms. They say if you ever see it waiting at an empty station, never board it, because the first ride is a mistake, but the second ride lasts forever.